I'd like to take a moment to thank my channel members. Thank you. It's continued support like yours that keeps this channel growing. And if you haven't already, please consider joining today. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Armada Megatron. Really excited about this one, but first I want to tell you about a couple of events that I'm going to be going to here in the near future. So if you're in the area, maybe you can come up and say hello. We're going to be at TFCon in Orlando. That's going to be October 20th through the 22nd at the Doubletree Hilton Hotel, Orlando at SeaWorld. And we're not going there in any official capacity, just we're going there to hang out, just like we always do. So you can go there, and it's going to be myself, Patriot Prime, Kato's Collection, Rodimus Primal, Deluxe Baldwin, Fire Talks, Engineer Hoist, maybe Treebot Reviews. I was just hanging out with Treebot Reviews at MetroCon 2 weeks ago, and he says he may go. He's not 100% if he's going to go there or not. Again, we're not going to be there in any kind of an official capacity. We're just there as fans, as guests. Come up and say hello if you're in the area. Come and check it out, and it's a fun show. We all went together to the one in Baltimore 2 years ago, had a blast. We're doing it again in October. That's going to be the 20th through the 22nd in Orlando. The next show I'm going to be at, I'm actually going to this one in an official capacity. I've actually been asked to come as a guest, which is very exciting because it'll be my first time as a guest at any convention. This is a convention that I've been involved with for a very long time, Free Play Florida. This is going to be happening November 17th through the 19th at the RP Funding Center in Lakeland, Florida. And this is kind of like my annual gaming and arcade convention. I have been very heavily involved with this show since its second show. I've actually been bringing arcade machines and consoles and computers and participating with some of the show events there, working with Nathan Barnett, who is better known as Keith Apicary. Done a lot of work with him. So this is really more of an official capacity, me being there, because I've been involved with the show for so long now. This is just kind of making it official. It's still very exciting. Like when they asked me to, I was like, really, me? So it's a lot of fun. So again, that's going to be Free Play Florida. That's going to be November 17th through the 19th at the RP Funding Center in Lakeland, Florida. If you're in the area, come check out the show. It's a lot of fun. And if you see me, stop me and say hello. Now, let's go check out this figure. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Armada Universe Megatron, and I love this toy. Released in the summer of 2023, this is brand new and hitting store shelves right now as of the time of this recording. It is a leader class figure, retails for approximately $45, and it comes with everything you see here, and it comes packaged in tank mode, which I absolutely love. I love when my Transformers come packaged in their vehicle modes. Taking a quick look at the box, it's the legacy stuff that we're used to. There's no window on this box. We got some really cool artwork of Megatron here in his robot mode and in his tank mode. More artwork on the side, more artwork on the other side, product shots on the back. Evo Fusion, whatever the heck that means. We got pictures of him in robot and in vehicle mode, 23 steps for transformation, and a little look at something we can do with his weapon. I guess he did come with the weapon separate. So the cannon right here can separate. So this actually came packaged separately. It can be used on his arm like you saw in the picture there, or it can just simply be plugged in right there to the barrel of the tank, which is what I did about 2 seconds after he came out of the box. He also comes with a poster of instructions. Yes, I mean a poster of instructions. This thing is massive. Absolutely massive. So it's all there if you want to check it out. I transformed it first time out of the box, just did it without the instructions. He's very intuitive. It's simple in a good way, in that it's not overly complicated, but the transformation itself is complex. It keeps you entertained. So you'll see that here in a moment. It's a very, very fun figure. So the tank here itself is approximately 7.5 inches long, about 8 if you go to the front of the cannon right there. So that's going to be about 8 inches, about 2.5 inches tall, and we've got that. At this point, I think it's fair to say classic Armada Megatron tank look. It's been 20 years since, more than 20 years since Armada came out. So I think Classic is okay to say here. He's that H tank, H style tank right there. He's got those mandibles here in the front. These are soft rubber, so you'll notice that like on mine, one is pointing down, the other one is pointing up. A little bit of paint splatter right there, but they're very, very soft plastic. So a little bit of a dip in hot water, I should be able to straighten those out without a problem. He rolls real nice, and that's really kind of going to be about it. None of the features that we had with the original Armada figure are going to be here. Now, I do have the Armada figure. I have both versions, the Galvatron and the Megatron. I have reviewed them here before, but I don't know where they are at the moment. Well, I know where they are. They're in storage. They're in bins. I can't go digging through them. So unfortunately, I don't have those guys here for comparisons, but I do have other figures that we can look at. But none of the features that we had, so like with the original figure, we had compartments that would open up here. We don't have that. These don't open. None of that. So what can we do in tank mode besides roll? Well, the turret can move up and down, so we can do that. And the turret itself can rotate. So if we go this way, it'll rotate 90 degrees to there. And if we rotate this way, it'll go back that far. It does not go 360 degrees. I don't know why. It's kind of an odd choice. It does have this hinge here that opens up, but I still don't see why that could not rotate all the way. It's such a strange choice. And then we also have these little cannons back here. So as with the original figure, the little it's not a micron. It was what was it called? Minicon, that's what it was. A Minicon would plug in and you push them forward, and then these guns would flip forward. Not so much here. This time we're doing it manually, so you can untap. There is a tab in the slot there, and you can bring these guns. Unfortunately, they don't angle forward. With the original figure, they would angle forward, so you would be like launching them forward. These only go straight up like that. So this is more for something else that we're going to do in robot mode rather than for tank mode, which is unfortunate. I wish they would have molded that slot in there and allowed for this to rotate 45 degrees forward. Now, these can rotate and it can be removed. So this can be used as a weapon. You can also plug this into the front here. Oh, no, you cannot. I guess that... I thought that port and that peg were the same size, but they're not. I was mistaken. Look at that. Well, this is the worst review ever, isn't it? So I guess we're not using that. I thought that we could put this here. That would have been a cool little extension, but no, we can't do that either. So this is kind of pointless in tank mode, to be honest with you. So we can just slot that back in there. That's about it for tank mode. A couple of quick comparisons. Here he is with the Generation Select Generation 2 Megatron, so you can see what the two of them look like together. And yeah, they look very cool together too. Green Megatron tank, so why not? And then of course we're going to take a look at him with Armada Starscream, also from the Legacy line. So this is the modern update to Armada Starscream, so you can see what the two of them look like together. So, transformation for Megatron, like I said, it's relatively simple, very familiar to the old one, but still complex enough, fun enough to do. So, let's start back here on the bottom of the tank itself. We're going to flip this little tab right here, and then we're going to unhook this from the back of, or from the side of the tank right there, and we're just going to accordion that leg out and close that panel up. Open the toes and the heels. Repeat on the other side, so open this up, unhook from the side, accordion the leg down, close that panel, and open the heels and the toes. Turn the turret, which way? Yep, turn the turret this way, and then pop it open that way, 90 degrees. That's going to allow you to rotate the waist. Then we can close that and turn it over the rest of the way like that. Coming to the front of the vehicle, or the robot itself rather. We'll back up just a little, bring the camera up. So we're going to come here, we're going to open these purple panels up. And then on the, let's see, what do we want to do? Go ahead and bring this entire thing down, like so. You'll notice this black piece is going to come down here, and I'm going to click right there into place. And once that's in place, rotate this piece back up. And then we're going to use this hinge to bring the shoulder all the way down, like so. Open the side panel here. That's going to allow you to bring the arm out. Rotate this down all the way, then we can close both of these panels. and rotate the arm or the hand out. There's one hand done. So again, we're going to take the shoulder piece right here. We're going to rotate this down all the way. And as soon as this black piece is down here at the bottom, we're going to bring the green piece up. And then on this gray piece, we're just going to slide that all the way down. Open the black panel here on the side. Bring the whole arm out. Close these two panels. Rotate the fist out. And then finally, this is the one part that took me probably the longest to figure out. This looks like a slider. It's not a slider. You open up the chest piece right here, and then you flip the faceplate and close that back up again. I spent the longest time trying to get that thing to slide down, and it was just not happening. But there we have Megatron, Armada Megatron in his robot mode, which stands approximately 8 inches to the top of his little antenna here, 9 if you go to the top of the tank threads on his shoulders. And again, a very nice representation of that classic Armada Megatron going all the way around. He looks fantastic. This guy looks absolutely beautiful. I really wish I had the original one to compare it to, because it's that was also such a great figure. Now here in articulation wise for the robot mode, the head can move forward and backwards. It can do inquisitive tilting, and it can turn side to side. These antennae here, they just plug in. So, and they come off very easily. So I might, after I straighten them out, I might put a little bit of like clear nail polish. I don't want to glue them in, but I want them to stick in there. You know what I mean? So we can do that. The arms cannot go forward and backwards. They can go in and out at the shoulder here, which is actually, I find a little flimsy on mine. That seems a little floppy. I wish there was something like a soft ratchet or something to kind of hold that shoulder up in place. It's not great. However, if you move the panel out of the way, the shoulder here can move forward that far, back that far, in and out. We got a rotation at the bicep. We got a bend at the elbow, and we do have a rotation at the wrist. We've got hollows there on the forearms as well. I've brought this up before. I just don't understand. I get this. This is a good idea for transformation, bringing the hand in like that and then flipping it out. That's good. But in the past, we've had panels that open, let the arm out or the hand out, and then the panel closes back up again. We did it back in the Classics day, and we've done it as recently as Armada Starscream here has said panel for the arm or the hand to flip into and hide away. So, you know, we've done it this recently, as recently as what? This figure's maybe a year old. If we've done it that recently, I don't understand why we're not being consistent and seeing that across the board. That's just such an obvious gaping hole there. I mean, if it's on the back of the thigh, back of the leg, inside, that doesn't bother me so much. But the ones on the forearms, they're just too egregious to ignore. Continuing on with articulation, we can rotate at the waist. The legs can go forward that far, back that far, in and out. Rotation at the thigh, bend at the knee, bend at the, the side of the knee if you want. That's due to transformation, but it can be used for posing if you'd like. And then, of course, we've got ankle tilting, lots of ankle tilting with that nice filler that they put in there. So you can tilt it, not a full split, but, you know, he can tilt pretty far like that. And you can see mine is a little floppy. This is a brand new figure. I've had it for a few days, and yeah, it's a little floppy here. So I may need to, that's a screw, so maybe I'll just give it a quick tighten and see if that helps any. In fact, beep. Let me give that a quick try right now and see if that helps any. Just give it like a quarter turn. It did help, actually. That's a little tighter. I don't want to make it too tight because I don't want to strip it. But yeah, that actually did help with the floppiness, actually. So that's good. That was easy to fix. Not too bad right there. So yeah, that's pretty much Megatron there in his robot mode, looking absolutely fantastic. Now, of course, we've got the back of the tank, the turret there slung over his back, pointing down like he did in the show. You can also bring it forward like this. This is my preferred method of posing him, of displaying him. You can also do that as well, which is very nice. Now, what we saw in the package, just to work with either hand, just flip the hand in, pull this out, and then you can just put that there, and then you can give him kind of a gun arm So that's something that you can do if you'd like. You can do that with either hand. Now, very cool, something here I do need to point this out is if you look at the hands are molded differently. So he's got a closed fist for his right hand, and then he's got that semi-open hand here on the left, which is very cool. I wish he would have come with like his little knife, little dagger for him to hold like he did with the original figure. Just something for him to hold there. But that's pretty cool that they did that. Now, he also has his big attack mode. So to do that, we're going to pull the figure apart there at the waist. And of course, I pop the antenna off. You know, that's something that doesn't happen all that often to me, but of course, when I do it on camera. So we're going to do that and just extend them there at the waist. If you flip this down like this is going to allow you to rotate the turret to the front of the robot like so. Close the turret back up, and now you can point this cannon forward, and then we can bring this cannon out as well. You can rotate it too if you'd like. And there you go. That was his big mini-con attack that he did there. Mostly in the beginning of the show, he did this. There you go. So this can rotate. Of course, it doesn't rotate all the way around. It only goes that far from one side and then that far on the other. But, you know, you can simulate that whole rotation thing that he did. There you go. So that works. It's pretty cool that you have that option there. We'll put that back away. Oh, I should have closed it. There you go. I forgot to compress his waist back in once I deployed that. So there you go. That's what that would look like right there, which is pretty neat still. Go ahead and, man, mine is like super, super tight. Rotate that back around again. Get it all straightened out. Compress it. Some of the limbs are loose, but that waist joint is super tight. And again, I like to bring his cannon around the front like this. I just like the way, I've always liked the way that looked with this cannon sticking out right there. I don't know if it's just maybe the G1 or me. Does that remind me of the G1 figure with the little cannon piece sticking out of his waist? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It's just something about this design, ARMADA Megatron. I always like that cannon sticking out of his out of the side of his waist like that. That's something that I always liked. All right, so I'm trying to just kind of open up his ankles, give him kind of a bit of a dynamic pose right there. We'll do a couple of quick comparisons. So again, one more time, here he is with that Generation Selects Tank Megatron, or Generation 2 Megatron. And of course, mine is enhanced with Toy Hack stickers and with the upgrade kit from Larkin's Lair. So if yours looks a little different from mine, that is why. But there you go. So you can see what the two of them look like together. They look absolutely fantastic. I love the way that looks. And of course, one more time, we kind of showed it off already, but we got to show it off properly. Here he is with ARMADA Starscream. So you can see what the two of them look like together. Very nice team coming along nicely. Really looking forward to that ARMADA Prime from the Legacy line. I'm really looking forward to that figure. I can't wait to get it. So, yeah, there you go. This is a fantastic figure. I've had this one on my desk for a few days now. Been fiddling with it between calls and whatnot, and it's just a fun figure. Really good-looking figure. Minor complaints, really, is just the those hollow spots there on the inside of his forearms right there. If you want to get real nitpicky with it, it would have been nice if he would have had a mini-con with him, or at least some of the weapons, like maybe the little blade for him to hold, or just something. But other than that, yeah, fantastic figure. Absolutely love it. And I think that about does it for the Transformers Legacy Evolution ARMADA Universe Megatron. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.